and welcome back to another video.
Something interesting today, just because, well, it's always interesting.
It's always interesting because it's sorcery. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, sorry. But interesting, different in that two new avatars we haven't seen yet, right?
Druid and Seer. Yes.
So very excited to see both of those, honestly. I played a bit of Druid. I have not seen or played with any Seer. So,
funny enough, we're talking about building a deck.
Yeah,
with
water deck. With ruler. Well, I don't want to spoil your.
Secrets.
Yeah, secrets. But anyways, we'll see the Druid first.
So we got JS and Jerome, who's a pretty new player to the sorcery scene.
Yeah, new to the sorcery scene, also, and that's true.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's the Druid. You can play draw a site like everybody. When you play a site, if you don't control Tawny, you can summon her there.
And then you can summon the
Tawny. Oh, he didn't put Tawny in the list, so I can't show you Tawny, but it's a 1/1 airborne spellcaster that can't defend.
Yeah. And then if you flip the avatar there.
Yeah, you can tap it to flip.
Yeah.
To this.
Whenever an enemy enters a nearby site, it takes 1 damage.
Yeah, and I think the Bruin that it summon Bruin, is a 4-power
I believe
beast
so.
that takes the damage for your avatar if he's nearby.
Yeah.
Or adjacent, something like that. Again, it's not. Yeah, they don't have it in the. Oh well, doesn't matter. So what are we doing here? Honestly, like it's just like an air earth good stuff.
Air earth good stuff, I guess. Root spider. You get the unicorn.
Low cost, high power minions. Shield maidens is very nice.
Yeah, he was Jess was singing
high praise.
High praise for that card. He's like, it's really good, when they take 1 less damage, because sometimes Vital Imp doesn't kill cards.
Yeah.
And so on. So, I mean, Blink is obviously a great card. Common Sense, Dispel.
And we were talking 2 different copies seem pretty standard, and in most Earth decks, 4 in the Archie for sure.
Yeah. Feast for Crows. I mean, pretty good removal if you know what you're up against. Early on.
I mean, sometimes you don't even need to know what you're up against, right? You could just have played a game against certain elements, and then you just know, like, I don't want to lose to Atlantean Fate anymore. I don't want to lose to Earthquake. I don't want to lose to Riptide. I don't want to lose to
Craterize.
Craterize.
Yeah.
So you just name the card. Honestly, it's interesting because you don't need to necessarily know exactly what's in their hand or deck. You just need to know what you don't absolutely want to lose against. And in clutch moments, that's even more important. So really good card, really diverse. Really excited to use it more often and see it.
And Whirling Blades.
Yeah, we saw
Giganticism. It's a great, make your +6 power.
+6 power out of
go in and smash.
You're generally not expecting this card, I find. At least I'm not, which maybe it's a me problem, but...
I play this card. It's really good. It's fantastic.
Actually, even you use it against me quite often, and I still don't see it coming in. When you use it, it's like a Christ.
Especially on that Monstrous Lion, it's like... Coming forward and like you smash for 10.
Yeah.
He's like, And I love the Vampire, obviously. Great Punch Butcher.
Gain life, right? Gaining life is just good. So we learned that this does not heal you if it strikes a site, which means that things like Lance don't break when they attack sites. So you don't get the extra power, and the Lance won't break if you attack a site. And that's what this card has taught us. Royal Bodyguard. For who? If nearby...
Avatar.
Oh, Avatar.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the Avatar.
Yeah. Will take damage, it takes the damage instead. So pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if I should be playing this in...
Probably. I was thinking your Knights deck.
Yeah, but I think now there's a lot of cards in for that deck where it's like, you gotta just shed the idea that you want to play all the Knights and be like a 2-color deck. And like, this can go in a 2-color or a 3-color. But when you're going with the 4 colors, you have to start shedding these interesting cards.
So let's move on to Jerome's deck.
Jerome.
Our new player in our...
this is
sort of...
Yes, right.
Just the new player for Assorted Animals play group.
Yep.
And let's see what he has brewing here.
So,
Pit Vipers.
But just to say, the Seer has never seen it before.
Yeah.
Lets you look at the next site or spell and then put it at the bottom, right? That was at the end bottom. So pretty good. You were saying like it excites you because you get to churn through your deck. You were saying you're not drawing cards, but card selection is still valuable. It's
quite valuable,
it's up there in terms of importance in the department of card advantage. So
especially if you're using cards like Merlin, look at your next spell. which I don't think is he.
No,
not in this deck.
But that could be an availability issue as opposed to a not playing it issue, right? Like it took me a while to find a Merlin. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get one. I didn't open one. I didn't find one for a while. So
yeah,
it's possible he just doesn't own.
Yeah. So this card pool could be just what he has access to currently. So.
But there's some good things in here, regardless, right? Like we were saying, the monstrous line. We've seen it. The Gyre Hippogriffs. I would play more of these. Most likely, this is a really strong card.
Yeah.
The airborne is, the airborne is so good. You know.
Yeah.
Pick,
sure.
Pick an appropriate site to attack, and then it's really hard for it to die on the backswing when it's their opponent's turn.
No, I really like Mad Dash. I don't know why that's like the new card I'm like obsessed with these days.
Yeah, I mean it says draw a card.
And give an ally movement +1 this turn.
So you know, I compared this to my God, what's that red one? Critical Strike, I think, where it's like it's cost 4. Your guy takes 2 steps and then it strikes everything there. So it's like I consider this in my night deck instead of that one. But then it's like I'm not sure if I'm sold for that deck particularly, but it raises the debate, right? 2 cost, draw a card to just move, or 4 cost, no draw, but kill like everything there and then be able to attack again cleanly. So like right now, I keep sticking with the leap attack. It's called leap attack. Yeah, I keep sticking with that one because I find that deck particularly really wants to actually clear things to be able to attack again. But yeah, I'm constantly haunted by debates in my own head about Mad Dash instead of it. So I'm right there with you in terms of excitement.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got Puppet Master. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, gain control of all tapped minions here until Puppet Master release play, so...
Only 1 power, but still interesting ability. And the airborne makes it hard to kill.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't remember. We'll see in the game after, but...
I mean, Merlin's Tower for his sights, I mean, that's a pretty powerful card.
Where's Merlin's Tower?
Sight.
Oh, there.
Genesis this turn, gain Spellcaster, and next magic spell costs 3 less.
Yeah, I mean, play something for free. All right.
Practically. I think Merlin would definitely work extremely well, especially with Seer. Just be able to look at your top cards, cast it.
Yeah.
Don't want to, put underneath. So I think
that's true. Well, there should definitely, there should definitely. I'm so
we should definitely have a Merlin, but
curious, curious
new players with their card selection. And if he's watching this, pick yourself up a Merlin and another giant appearance in this video.
Giant again.
Yeah,
very exciting card. I like him in. I like to see him in. What's it called? Battle Mage.
Battle Mage.
He can chuck the Battle Mage. Which is really nice. Yeah, right. Like you took the Battle Mage and then you equip it with a Screaming Skull or something, and then you kill something on tap, draw a card, kill something on tap, draw a card. You just make your way across the board after.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah. The giant. That giant is really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's our Tawny and our Bruin on the left, bottom left here.
Huh. Looks like he's got 2 cores. No, a stone, a core. Looks like an earthquake.
And who's that in JS? Yeah. So I'm noticing. I wonder if it's just me. I'm noticing everyone holds their cards in the vertical orientation, but I hold my sights.
Yeah, sometimes I do a bit of both. I do vertical, horizontal, depending.
It is a bit of an awkward hold in the hands. So the cards are not all straight, but I mean, whatever. I like to see the sights sideways. In their natural.
State.
In their natural state.
Okay, so you're playing a Forge.
Yeah. Let's hope we don't forget to ever look at the top of our deck. Is it possible we already did, or?
I think no, because
he put the dice on top.
Yeah. I mean, he started, so we'll see.
It's at the start of your turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's before you draw then, so there is no synergy with Merlin. Right, like this is before you can even Merlin. Like it's not like at any point in your turn you can put the top card on the bottom, which then makes Merlin more active.
No. But I'm saying with Merlin, you could look like with this. You could look this year.
Yeah.
You don't like it, put it underneath.
Yeah. Well,
then during your turn, You draw that card, but then during your turn, you could look at your next card
with Merlin and
cast
just
it.
to cast it.
Just to get through your deck.
Just like the idea that you're constantly looking through your deck, but be it through the Seer or Merlin. Okay. Well, that's a pretty powerful start for JS. I mean, if you can draw some gas now, right? I mean, he's got,
so now he needs card draw.
Yeah, true. Queen of Midland. You know, dumping your hand like that and then drawing and playing Queen of Midland. That's really strong because...
Yeah, because then you could just start drawing...
cards every turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that Observatory? No, that's...
Lookout.
Lookout,
yes.
Look at the top, look at your opponent's hand.
Yeah, Genesis.
Okay, so you're pretty happy to see the Pudge Butcher and the Whirling Blades for now, right? Those are scary cards later on, but they're not coming down for a long time.
Well, I mean, he's got the...
Oh, jeez, fuck yeah.
He's got the the stone and the core, of course.
So they're actually they're actually one turn away. Next turn, play a
couple
site.
Turns, yeah.
So that's a turn 3 Pudge Butcher, actually. Yeah. Shame on me. Yeah, good.
He's playing the Pit Vipers. I really like this card. Honestly, I play it sometimes. Yeah. It's just like...
It's like the Porcupine, too, in water, right?
Is it Porcupine?
Pufferfish or something?
Yeah, something like that. I know what you're talking about.
The Porcupine is... I'm just thinking about, the teeth are like...
yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make sense. Can we do anything for JS here, or are we just going to start our powerful plays next turn? Oh, nice. That's a good draw. That's a 4/4 on turn 2.
Yeah.
And it's coming in. Yeah, honestly, I find we may have already talked about it, but the whole concept of Death's Door adds such a layer to this game, right? Even though it can just be ended by direct, like lightning bolt or something like that, despite the outcomes, the idea that I need to come and get you and you can get away from me and use your resources still once I'm at Death's Door, it's really great for the game's longevity, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a couple of times where either I put you on Death's Door or you put me on Death's Door, and the game still goes on for like another 4 turns before something actually happens. Because it's kind of like a different mindset. It's like, okay, I don't care for you attacking my sites. It doesn't change anything anymore. You have to come,
I wonder if there's ever an argument to build a game such that you let your opponents attack your sites. Like, you just want to get the Death Door because you're building a perfect, some kind of oasis.
It's kind of hard. There. This card here, I was singing its praises, I think, the last video or maybe the one before.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
So he'll bring Tawny in, I guess, and just kill it? Like, why not?
Might as well.
Or unless he brings the Pit Viper in and then takes the Lance. Okay, no, he wants to kill the Spellcaster.
Yeah.
Right, the other alternative is he takes the Lance, because then if the Unicorn tries to attack the Lookout, you can block with the 3 power Harpy with the Lance, which means you strike first and then it'll have 4 power, so it'll kill the Unicorn and it'll be a really good block.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's another realistic option, right? And like the Tawny can't even attack because the Harpy has Airborne, so it could just block, right? So yeah, I honestly might have been right to...
Yeah, I think it was the right play for sure.
So yeah, if that Pit Viper attacks the Unicorn, it's just dying, right? Because it has lethal and it strikes first. So, an interesting land when you're playing the Pit Vipers. So he's playing 4 Pit Vipers. What's that site called? The one that gives you the Forge something? Yeah, Forge.
Yeah,
Forge. Pay 1 to conjure a land token. Interesting card. Very interesting card, yeah. Yep. Oh, he showed us his hand. I didn't see. I saw a Thunderstorm, I think, or a Lightning Bolt.
Actually, I should start playing more Forges in my Fury deck.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
I don't know why. It's an oversight, I guess. Sometimes you just look at the card, you don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then, but that's why I like gameplay, like whether it's us doing commentary or you're going in person to play, because then you get to see different interactions, and when you overlook cards and you see it, you're like, oh my god, it's actually really good. So it makes you revisit your decks and rethink your mindset and So that's why I always say, like, there's never a finalized deck. It's just your current deck that you're trying to make as the best, as good as possible.
As fun as possible. Yeah.
And fun.
Fun.
I came here to win. I
tried to sneak that one in there. Sorry. So this is honestly interesting, right? Because if he plays that, was it Gnome Hollows? Is that what it's called?
Gnome Hollows, yeah.
On 9, now the Harpy can't come in. So if the Harpy wants to do any attacking, it's going to have to start coming into 8 or 13, which is why Pudge Butcher on 3 is like a really good placement, right? So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now the only alternative Jerome has is to avoid this is to start building in 15 with the hopes of going to 10, right, and coming around some kind of long way. But even then, he ends up
in the Pudge Butcher.
Range,
so he needs to find a way to get rid of the Butcher.
Yeah. He needs a way. If is he playing anything that can move his characters in, right? Like if he can bring that Pit Viper in without having to use the move and attack function, then he can kill the.
Yeah.
He got Blinks. He has Blink and Mad Dash. There's 5 of those cards.
Yeah.
Grapple Shot.
Possible.
Grapple Shot. So no, he's got things. He can even do Vanishment, right? If he doesn't have it this turn, he can give his guy Stealth.
Yeah. So okay, Tawny.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of cut there. I wonder what happened.
Oh, because sometimes, as Jess is saying, sometimes like if there's like certain things explaining, there's a long pause because sometimes we order food, beer, or like take backs, or just explaining or talking long periods of time.
Just
so
to reduce that.
Yeah, just for the audience to save them the.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
we're coming in. Does it a banishment? This is not a banishment. We are okay. I guess because the Pudge fights, it doesn't strike, right? So if that Pudge does take in the, they fight. So yeah, the lethal would still kill it. So, but he can kill the Harpies though, right? Right, the projectile can hit because again, airborne is not a region. Like you're not flying in the air region. You're just able to fly should you need to. Which leads to the painful concept of drowning in airborne, right?
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Okay, so, the Apprentice Wizard isn't necessarily doing much to deal with a Unicorn or a Pudge Butcher, but drawing cards still helps, the overall game plan, especially with being able to see and dig through your deck. It's all part of the same kind of game plan. So
it's funny because every time we're looking at the cards on the board, but I'm not realizing if Jerome is actually looking at the top card every turn.
Yeah. Okay, so interesting interaction there, right? JS chose to still bring the Pit Viper in, but not fight it, and he attacked it instead with his avatar. So the avatar should take 2 damage, and the lens goes away. So nice. So we found a way to avoid that. That lethal on the Pit Viper. So the Pudge Butcher will live to fight another day. Literally fight.
Yeah.
The Harpies, So the Harpies can't even attack again, right? Because the Unicorns will just block now.
So now it's...
So it's kind of crazy, right? What just having a 4/4 on the board can do sometimes.
Yeah, it's just right now.
And the gnome.
He's in a pretty good position.
Yeah. So
not, what I mean? Like if we look at the last game where the board state was completely flooded because it's like 2 Pathfinders.
Yeah.
This we're seeing like everything's concentrated to like one small area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's creating some interesting, gameplays. It's just with not a lot of sites being played.
But it is.
So he is looking. Okay, so I'm not.
But it is important to note, though, that in killing the Pit Viper to prevent lethal spoilage, he had to not play a site, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So he's attacking the site. Okay, he's attacking with Seer, his avatar. Oh, okay. That's why. You're playing Immolation, dealing 7 damage. Getting rid of the Butcher. I was wondering why he was attacking with the Harpies. I was like, why is he attacking? Because then the Butcher is just gonna and then move his avatar forward to play. I thought he attacked it, but he moved it forward to play Immolation.
Immolation. But now, is there a reason why the unicorn didn't block the heart piece?
That I don't know why it was not done. Maybe he felt like he wanted to protect his avatar, so he has like a defense.
But could that have been an issue of just not realizing you can block airborne? I don't think so. I think JS knows you can.
Yeah. I'm sure he knew, but maybe he felt that it was better sure to use it as a blocker.
For what?
This in general, to protect his avatar. I
Interesting. Again, unless I missed something.
Because he knows that he can't go to the Hollows site. Maybe he has something in his hand next turn and he feels like he'll give him an advantage. Yeah, grapple shot. There. Yeah. That's probably...
So here is...
That's why you probably figured I have common sense, I'll get a grapple shot. I'll take care of the... then there. That's probably why he doesn't...
But I mean, even if he... But that's what I'm saying. Even if he just blocked, his guy would live.
Yeah, I know. Maybe...
Unless, no, wait a minute.
Well, I mean...
The Seer moved in, or it moved in?
It moved in to cast Immolation.
But it could still have attacked, right? So, okay, that's why. Because had he blocked with the unicorn... I got it. Had he blocked with the unicorn, the Seer could have actually just finished off the unicorn. Right?
Yeah, that's probably... Yeah, so that explains it. There, we answered our own question.
There you go. Fantastic. You just got to dig a little deeper, as they say. I don't know who they are.
Dig.
Yeah. Okay, grapple shot is super strong, right? I mean,
yeah.
I was going to say, it's unfortunate that JS had to pick the route of attacking the Viper because that's a site he didn't play that turn. And now, if he would have been able to, he could play a site this turn for 5 mana to be able to common sense grapple shot. But I keep forgetting he has the stone and the onyx. So the stone makes it so that he can actually cast both, right? It's actually doesn't cost 5, it costs 3.
Yeah.
Right? They both cost 1 less. So it's really, those cards the stone is really strong.
Yeah, I bought them early on there. I was like,
Yep.
For decks where I'm playing 2 or more.
Though it's important to note, though, right? If you have a double threshold card, it counts for both of them. Like it only reduces by 1. But it counts towards your threshold card of that type.
Yeah.
So you can't reduce the next. Yeah. So it's less good if you're playing multi-threshold cards, like individual cards.
Yeah, exactly. Playing 2 earth, if you have like 2 earth threshold in your hand, the first spell.
Yeah.
But if you're playing the second one, it doesn't reduce that one.
I'm saying, like, even if you play in, like, imagine, like, for example, look at Sir Galahad. It's an earth air card. It costs 5. The stone would make it cost 4, and then you cannot reduce any earth or air cards anymore for that turn.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't reduce 2, though. It only reduces the 1.
Yeah, So, killing the...
Tawny should be dead, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Tawny should be dead. Take care of the Apprentice Wizard.
I mean, that unicorn keeps going to town now, right? Just 4 damage, 4 damage.
4 damage per turn. So, we'll see. Playing Quagmire. Until your next turn.
Units are immobile while they occupy nearby sites.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. So, I mean, it turns off his... but that also turns off... Okay, well, his avatar's tapped anyways. Yeah, Quagmire is an interesting card for maybe like Witch, if you're playing a Prison Witch, you could just use those kinds of things to keep your opponents at bay a little bit while you build your... Yeah. Honestly, I think it's okay to build with her instead of just, trying to tax right away or burn right away, especially if your plan is to destroy their sites. You can spend your early game destroying their sites while you play yours, and then you get to 6 or 7 so you can Year of the Blaze, and now you start taxing,
Yeah, exactly.
It seems all slow and stuff, but, you just gotta build the other 46 cards properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And was there over...
What's that?
Is it 500, 600 card base now? With beta and Ethereum Legends?
Good question. We can check right now.
I think it's 636
Well, so
results, but probably some duplicates and other promos and stuff.
Yeah, like this. Oh no, those are different cards. But yeah, for sure there's promos and stuff.
Yeah, so we'll say at least 600 cards to choose from.
Yeah.
So he's playing the Hippogriffs. Oh, nice.
Yeah, really big fan of that card. Honestly, it's like well costed too. 3 power is fine for the 4.
Yeah, it's well balanced, like cost, power, ability.
Yeah. It's good and playable and balanced enough that it's not oppressive, but it's still a threat, you know?
That tawny card is super annoying.
Yeah. But it can't defend though, that's the thing. So it comes back all the time, but unless you're taking advantage of it with magic spells, it is just a 1/1, right? Well, yeah, 1/1.
1.
1 power. It's a 1 power.
I guess you could say like it's a 2/3 or 3/2, like, you know, Brother's Knight and stuff like that, where the power and defense is like different. Royal Bodyguard.
Okay. We're flipping our avatar into, and we're getting Bruin. There he is.
Yeah,
while near your avatar, Bruin takes damage for them. Yeah, and it's a 4/4 or 4 power. Do you have this so unique here? I got distracted. Blasted Oak. You have
No, Blasted Oak. I
don't have that either. Actually, yeah.
So, let's see how this is. This is a pretty interesting game. I'm wondering if the Seer is actually really doing well. It's hard to say. Maybe it's something I'll have to actually try for myself to see, because like
which one? Sorry,
Seer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's the thing. It's one of those decks, right, where it is letting you filter, but it's not specifically drawing you cards. Like
yeah.
So in this game right now, in its early stages, really needs your cards to be able to draw you things if your avatar isn't. So you have to have a lot of good support for it. You can't just like build Witch, and you can't just build Seer without a solid game plan of being able to stay in the game while your opponents are shredding you by actually digging through their deck.
Cards, yeah.
Or just being hyper aggressive, right? I was like pairing Sorcerer with hyper aggressive decks. That gets rid of like the best of both worlds. You can play all your stuff, be right in your opponent's face, and refill with Sorcerer's ability. It's why the deck does so well, right?
Yeah, exactly. The 2 cards return is just stupid powerful.
Yeah. So, despite, I don't know how it's looked. Has it looked like it's been one-sided to you, or has it just looked pretty even? Like, JS has been, I guess, maybe a bit more aggressive.
I feel it's pretty even.
Yeah. They're at the same health, same mana. I think it's flowing pretty smooth. Some interesting cards coming out of Jerome's deck, for sure. Okay, the Skirmishers of Mu. This card is so good. I don't know if you've ever experienced or... Oh.
No.
We went straight into banishment. Okay, hold on. Let's go and find... So Skirmishers of Mu is definitely worth it. Yeah, sorry, what?
No, go ahead. I was looking at the cards.
Yeah, so Skirmishers of Mu is definitely worth talking about because it has a unique twist on the ranged ability. Right, so during your basic movement, Skirmishers of Mu may perform a ranged strike from any location along their path. So it's like you can attack for 3 and shoot a projectile of 3 in the same turn. So basically it's dealing 6 damage. And the projectile occurs first. So you can actually kill a blocker and then deal 3 damage to the thing you're actually going to. And if you can give this ranged +1 or +2, then it's, or movement plus those things.
+1,
yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
No, so Skirmishers of Mu is definitely a top tier card. It's one of those cards where when you play it, you have to wonder if A, am I actually understanding this right? It seems really strong. And B, is it really an exceptional and not an elite?
Yeah.
So it's really, really good.
I might have to try this card.
Yeah.
So Tawny being played. Oh, okay. Is that the best place to put it?
Sometimes it just turns off a thing that you can't deal with, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about it also before we started commenting. Putting the root spider underneath your avatar when you're at death's door.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't have that direct damage, they need to get to you with their own avatar. Like it's, or I mean, they have to kill the spider somehow, right?
It is possible.
Get your own spider underground and.
Seems like he's holding a browse. And...
Yeah, he doesn't have the air threshold.
Yeah, it's happened to me many times. Like, I've been able to play only once because 2 other times the threshold was just
crazy.
Too much. Yeah. It was just I was never able to get it.
I mean, it's kind of like Tithe, right? And Divine Healing, these kind of cards.
Yeah.
I mean, Immolation costs 3. Well, it costs 1, but 3 fire threshold.
It's one thing if you're playing, just one element, but if you're playing like 2 or 3 in the deck and it has like a 3 threshold, it's tough. It's tough to...
Actually, come to think of it, is that a cycle? 1 cost cards that have 3 threshold, like Immolation, Browse, Tithe?
Could be.
Oh, but Divine Healing is another one that's Urso now. That breaks that. Is there one for water, though? Is that Plague of Frogs? Is that 3?
I believe it is. I think it's 3 water threshold.
Oh, here, I'm on the Elite, I'm on the Uniques. Let's just scroll. Yeah, 1 and 3 thresh. Huh. Interesting.
So now he's going to attack. So is he moving? I think he's moving.
Oh, Divine Healing is not a unique. That's the difference.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, Browse, Immolation, Plague, and Tithe seem to be a cycle of uniques. 1 cost, 3 threshold cards. Huh. Collection.
So he's explaining... It seems like he moved.
Who, the Skirmisher?
Yeah. That creature we were just discussing there,
the Skirmisher, yeah.
Skirmisher, yes.
But it shoots along its path, though. So it's not a broken card. How the fuck do you spell skirmish? Oh, let's get them on. No, still spelling it wrong.
It's okay. You'll get there one day.
Oh, right, no, it's the filter. I have it on 1 cost.
Yeah. So
location along their path. Yeah, so it's like his path is this, so there's nothing here for him to shoot.
Yeah. So I wonder what he's trying to do right now.
Oh, no, from any location. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, because both of these locations is its path, and he's performing the range strike from either one of them. So once he gets here, he can still shoot a projectile for 3. He just said it doesn't kill anything. Like the Royal Bodyguard takes the damage for the Druid, so does the Bruin. So those 3 damage don't do anything. Though he could have potentially shot the projectile from here to kill the Tawny.
Yeah, that's true. Huh. I wonder what Jerome is gonna... Jess has got a pretty big board presence. The Bodyguard, the Bruin, to protect his avatar.
Yeah. I mean, he could even move his spider if he wants to bring it up to attack a site at some point. Just to get the death door blow. Not now, of course, but... Well, yep. Whirling Blades is a good card.
Yeah, that's just disgusting.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, like, imagine if he would have shot the projectile from the Skirmishers to kill the Tawny. He'd be able to move to grid 14 to avoid maybe being attacked for 1 more turn. Not anymore.
No. Probably just moving to make sure that
every location is blocked. And also the Bruin and oh my god. The Bruin and the Bodyguard still protect your avatar from damage, right? It's nearby.
Yeah. So he's putting a root spider there. How?
He's just trying to, I think, block every location that any location the Seer goes to can be attacked by.
You can't play on that location, so
Why not? Oh, because it's
not his. Yeah. Okay.
So that means he's not attacking then? Or he's not moving his avatar, he's playing a site instead? Or there was an issue with Threshold. He didn't have the Threshold to play the card, so he couldn't move with the Druid. He had to play a site instead. We got there. We got there.
Okay.
We're not giving up, which means we have something. Poison Nova? Well, browse. Okay, he finally got his third threshold, right?
Yeah, but that's a little late to the party.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Unless he finds like an Earthquake or a Threshold or a Poison Nova, which he's not playing either of, so.
Yeah.
Can he even get out of this? Is there anything he can do?
Well, Earthquake, I mean, unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
I hope the cat doesn't step on the keyboard. Cat here. Seems inevitable, does it not?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much game.
He's looking at the cards still. Yeah, no, I
don't think he's got much he can do.
Yeah, I think there's too many minions everywhere. I think he really needed to either have a Poison Nova or an Earthquake or, I don't know. Yeah, everything else only does 3 damage, right?
Like, yeah, if you had like a Poison Nova or something.
Craterize. Does he have this 2, 4, 6, 7? He has enough for Craterize, but Craterize.
Oh, Craterize is 8, no?
Well, he has the core.
Oh, the core, okay.
Okay, Grapple Shot.
But he casted Browse anyway, so he would need.
I mean, he buys himself a turn, right? He moves away, and he shuffles the... Does the Bruin actually get shuffled? I don't think it gets shuffled, does it?
I'm not sure. I haven't played with it enough to be familiar with
it. It's a token.
Yeah, I think it's...
Is it a token?
Yes. I think you maybe realize it now. Yeah, okay. That's why he's like...
Wait a minute. So what can Jay... I closed the... Damn it, I closed the...
That's okay. But it's not looking good for Jerome, unless he's got some... I mean, what... JS is on 7 life?
Yeah. JS has Whirling Blade of his own. He has a Grapple Shot too. He can get in there. He has a lot of cards that can get him in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see if...
Oh, disgusting.
Dirty.
Yeah. Okay.
I was literally just about to say, yeah, okay, JS realizes now it's time to get the spider into play, kind of, and start. And then no, he just had another one to just take his place. So. Yeah. So pretty good right now. Again, right, if he stays there, he gets smashed by a lot of things. If he moves into grid 17, the spider can come up and attack. The hippogriff is locked down. It's looking grim, but we're still fighting. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Almost though, right? Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. That giant almost got him another turn, right? Like throw him somewhere and move again, kind of.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, so Seer, I don't know if that was necessarily a Seer deck, or just a deck playing Seer, but still nice to see the different avatars. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't...
Yeah, so I mean, you know, Jerome being a new player is trying out different things, and I think that's great, you know. But we're seeing 2 new avatars in this channel.
Yeah, and I guess like Seer does help you with your multi-threshold. I mean, he's only playing 2 threshold, but I mean, at least, you know, it helps you find the, like, you know, he was digging, you could tell he was digging in his sights to try to find another air to play that browse earlier on. You know, does an earlier browse save the day for him? Does it
Who
Does
knows?
it put JS at bay in certain areas that help him win the game in the end? Like, it's hard to say, right? So
Yeah, but the
Seer helps
Tawny
with
is
that.
definitely
yeah, the recurring damage.
It's a
is
recurring
something.
damage
Yeah.
is
And I mean,
I do like it.
yeah, it is a spellcaster also, right? So
Yeah. So that
now,
being said,
though, I don't think that anything in the deck requires, like, you know, the avatar could cast it from anywhere and it would still work. Maybe Dispel is the only one.
mhm.
So play a sight, Tawny gets in, and play a Dispel from Tawny, I guess, is a thing. Sure.
The trinket again once making an appearance in this deck. Eh?
Yeah, but not used though, right? We didn't see it this game.
No, not this game.
But yeah, JS likes his trinket.
Yes, he does.
He likes to play with his trinket.
So I hope everyone enjoyed that video.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to see Seer in a redemption video from you, and you make that deck of yours.
Yes,
You know,
we'll,
show us the light. Show us the light.
Things
Show
are
us the
coming.
Yeah,
Mail days are coming.
you know, one thing at a time.
Videos, yeah, but that'll be eventually
Yeah.
for sure.
Seems good. Looking forward to the next round of videos too. I know we have our games coming up, so
Yeah, exactly.
looking forward to that. And yeah, so we'll see you all in the next one.